Hello, darlings. I am Cassandra. Welcome to my channel, Authentic Beauty Handmade Dolls and Crafts. In today's video, a message from your future self will be conveyed to you via the Jungle Beauty Goddesses. For those of you who are new to my channel, the Jungle Beauty Goddesses are cloth dolls that I made myself, and these tarot cards are based off of the dolls' personalities and things that they would say in my science fiction Jungle Beauty Goddess book series. I'd like for you to take a moment to let your mind settle into your spirit and let your spirit settle into your body. And we're going to resonate at the frequency of the message that you would like to receive from your future self. I call on forces higher than I to release the wisdom I hold inside. Let this message be compassionate and true to show someone what they must do. Let's see what the Jungle Beauty Goddesses have to say to help someone find their way. I'd like for you to select a butterfly that resonates with your spirit, that would give you a message from your future self. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, darling. If you selected the pink butterfly, then this message is for you. Hello, darling. If you selected the pink butterfly, then this reading is for you. The message from your future self is clearly saying to you, well, first let's just go over the cards again. You have Jungle Beauty Goddess Namib, and it says, you are a timeless and limitless being, proceed in this manner. You pull Jungle Beauty Goddess Namib again, who represents the soul, and she says, let it go. Some things are not meant to be known. It is not for your highest good. And then you have Jungle Beauty Goddess Sinai. Now, Jungle Beauty Goddess Sinai, her message to you is, your actions today will determine your forever. Now, my collective intuition about your particular hand is that you are a person who, you're not doing everything that you should be doing to be everything that you want to be, and you're living in your head. So we have Jungle Beauty Goddess Namib, who represents the soul. She also represents our top chakra, our seventh chakra, which is still the chakra at the top of your head, which has to do with our connection with our higher self. And basically, it was just a three card pull, and she dominated. So basically, she's telling you that you are worried about the future, but you really should focus on what you are doing every day to make your life better. Your actions today will determine your forever. So if you have a plan to go back to school, to write a book, to whatever your goals are, thinking about your goals and thinking about what you want to do is not going to get you there. What's going to take you closer to your goals basically is the action that you take this moment today. So whatever plans you have, if you want to go back to college, you need to enroll now. Like if you want to write a book, just write a paragraph every day, or just start fleshing out your characters. Whatever it is you want to do, you really need to start taking action with that, because your actions today will determine your forever. Stop living in your head. Stop thinking about the future. And another thing that's coming into me right now is that you're a person who, I don't really know how to say it kindly, that you're not having the best time on planet Earth. And you are thinking about, the reason you're thinking about your future self is because the self that you are right now is not really the person you want to be. But your future self is telling you that if you do not commit to this lifetime, and if you don't do the things that you set out to do, if you don't live fully and completely in this lifetime and commit yourself to making the best of whatever life you have right now, then your future self is going to repeat the pattern that you are creating right now. So let me be clear. Your future self is saying to you that if you do not really participate 100% in this lifetime with all of your heart, like not complain, not wish things were different. It says here, let it go. Some things are not meant to be known. It is not for your highest good. Like whatever is going on that you feel should be different, your future self is saying, please let it go, because you are a limitless being. You are a timeless and limitless being. Proceed in this manner. So basically, don't worry so much about the future. Worry about now. Worry about the actions you are taking today. What are you doing today that is going to help you evolve, grow, and be all that you can be in this lifetime? So if you don't do everything, you know what? The best way I can say this is that, let's say that you are in first grade, but you're really worried about being successful in fifth grade. Well, you can't be successful in fifth grade if you don't completely commit yourself to the first grade. Does that make sense? So if you don't really learn how to write and read and do all the things that you're supposed to do in the first grade, then you're blowing the fifth grade. You've already blown the fifth grade. So your future self is saying, look, I really need you to move out of your head. Sometimes when we live in our head, we kind of look down on our current situation. We have a lot of questions. Like I know sometimes I'll think, oh God, how did I end up being a human? How did I end up on planet Earth? Well, that thinking is not really helping me. So it's, another way to look at this is when you go to the movie theater. Have you ever watched a movie on TV or at the movie theater and you completely immerse yourself in the experience and you believe that it's actually happening and you enjoy the movie and you're like, oh, you're crying, you're hoping that the couple, make up or break, whatever, but you have emotionally invested in that movie. And the reason you enjoy the movie is because you are emotionally invested. Well, that's how it is for life, our own lives. If you are not waking up every day and completely committing yourself to your dreams, your goals, whatever it is you want in life, then you're really not going to be able to capitalize off of the full experience. You're not going to, be able to grow in the future because you have not planted the seeds and nurtured those seeds that need to grow now so that you can be who you want to be in the future. So stop living in your head and take action today. Your actions today will determine your forever. This is your message from Jungle Beauty Goddess Sinai. And you have Nami telling you to let it go. Some things are not meant to be known. It is not for your highest good. So whatever is going on that you really wish was different, or you wish things were another way, let those things go. And you are a timeless and limitless being. Proceed in this manner. This means that, don't worry about being perfect, because you're going to have so many opportunities to get it right. So commit yourself to the lifetime that you're in now. Give it 100% so that your future self can shine. I really hope this message helps someone. If this message did not resonate with you, give you goosebumps, or make you feel some kind of way, then that means that this message was just not for you. However, you may know someone who may benefit from this message, so please do not forget to like and share this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Hello, darling. If you selected the hot pink butterfly with the orange trim, then this message is for you. Hello, darling. If you selected the hot pink butterfly with the orange trim, then this reading is for you. So first we're going to go over the cards, and then I'm going to give you my collective intuition about this hand. So you have Jungle Beauty Goddess Sinai, and she says, you don't need a reason to have fun. You have Jungle Beauty Goddess Afar, who represents ingenuity, our ability to think outside the box, come up with a plan, have new ways, to be innovative. And she says, be creative. And the next card is from Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara, who represents the throat chakra, the mind. Her element is air. And she says, if the answer is yes or no, you have not asked the right questions. Oh my God, I love this hand. Your future self is telling you that there is a special talent, skill, or there's some type of knowledge. There's something you need to do right now that is so much fun that you are holding back on. So I don't know if you have a play, or if you want to draw, if you want to paint, if you want to sew, if you want to write, but you are a person who you have a gift that you need to develop in this lifetime, so that in your future lifetime you will be able to capitalize off of that gift or talent. Now, I'm not sure what it is, but if you're holding back, I don't know if you want to sing, or if you want to dance, if you want to write, if you want to, mold, play. I'm not sure what it is you have inside of you that you're holding back on, but your future self is saying, please do it, please, so that you can grow and be able to really enjoy this talent. So basically, that was just this hand was just screaming, please tell this person to get started on being creative and utilizing their gifts and talents and their dreams. Start honing those crafts right now. So basically, you have Jungle Beauty Goddess Sinai, and she says you don't need a reason to have fun. Now, whatever gift or talent that you are harboring, that you're really not, you feel like, this is really, I can't make any money off of it, or it's not really the best use of my time, right? What your future self is telling you is that you don't need a reason. You don't need to feel like you deserve to sing or dance or paint or draw or write poetry or be a rapper or whatever this dream that you have that you think is kind of silly, or you think that you're being immature and that's why you're really not pursuing it. Your future self is saying to you, look, you don't need a reason to have fun. Sometimes when we have a dream inside of us and it's fun and we are enjoying ourselves, we think it's worthless. We think, well, it's not, you know the old saying, if it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense. So we don't really pursue things that we enjoy because we feel like doing it is not worth our time, because it's not bringing about, financial gain. But as human beings, we are souls having a human experience, and each lifetime we build from the previous lifetime. So if you're holding back from developing all aspects of yourself, if you're holding back from singing, drawing, painting, writing, dancing, then you're not being fair, because you got to remember you are a timeless being. So basically, Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara, her message to you from your future self is, if the answer is yes or no, you have not asked the right questions. Now, what this means to me in this particular reading is that it's not all or nothing. So basically, let's just say, for example, you are thinking about going back to school. Well, if you're thinking about going back to school, maybe it's not yes or no. Maybe you should just take one class. Or maybe you should just maybe not go in the fall, but just go in the winter. Well, if you're thinking, well, should I write a book, yes or no? Well, excuse me, the question is not should you write a book. The question is, well, should I write one paragraph a week, or should I just, go to the library on Saturdays? Basically, you need to start thinking about how, I don't know if you ever heard of the saying, how to eat an elephant. And they say, I don't even want to say that because I love elephants. But basically, the saying is saying that when you have something very big to tackle, the best way to tackle it is little by little. So don't think in terms of, well, let me go and I need to go get a whole studio in order to start painting, or I need to get the most expensive guitar, in order to start singing in the band. No, that thinking is holding you back. You need to ask yourself right now, what is the smallest step that I can take that is going to help me develop my skill or talent or knowledge? You understand what I'm saying? So, and then here we have Jungle Beauty Goddess Afar, who clearly states to you that you really need to be creative. So whoever selected this hot pink butterfly with the orange trim, your future self is begging you to dust off those dreams, to please get started and believe in yourself and start being creative. And it doesn't matter if it makes money or if other people value it or if other people think it's okay. But in order for you to evolve and to be your highest and best self, not just in this lifetime, but in future lifetimes, you need to go and hone your skills and talents and enjoy your life and have fun doing it. I hope this message helps someone. If this message does not make you feel some kind of way, give you goosebumps, or resonate with your spirit, then that means that this message was not for you. But perhaps you may know someone who will benefit from this message. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and share this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Hello, darling. If you selected the yellow butterfly, then this reading is for you. Hello, darling. if you selected the yellow butterfly, then this reading is for you. First, we're going to go over the cards, and then I'm going to give you my collective intuition about this particular hand. So you have Jungle Beauty Goddess Sinai, who represents living in the moment, living passionately. And she says to you, live as if the only time you will ever have is now. Next, you have Jungle Beauty Goddess Chalby, and her message from your future self says some friends are really enemies and some enemies are really friends. And next, we have Jungle Beauty Chalby again, and she says, do more and talk less. So Jungle Beauty Goddess Chalby dominated this hand. She represents the third chakra, which is the solar plexus, which has to do with our self-esteem, our self-worth, our belief in ourselves. And then we have one card by Jungle Beauty Goddess Sinai, who represents our ability to live in the moment. So for this particular hand, my collective intuition is that your future self is telling you that you are wasting time. I don't really know how to say it, that you're okay. First, let me just say that Chalby, like I said before, she represents the third chakra, which is responsible for our ability to take action on our ideas. So whatever it is you say you're going to do, it is your third chakra that put these things in action, that make you say, yeah, let me go ahead and write this paper. Let me go ahead and clean the floor. Let me apply for a new job. It is the chakra that's responsible for getting things done. You have Jungle Beauty Goddess Chalby, who comes in very strong and clear, and she says, do more and talk less. So basically, you're not taking action on whatever it is that you should be doing with your life. Whatever it is that you want to do with your life, you need to just, do more. Like, I don't know, I'm just reading the cards. And then you have Jungle Beauty Goddess Chalby again, who is again responsible for the solar plexus, which is our chakra responsible for our ability to get things done. And she says some friends are really enemies and some enemies are really friends. Now, my intuition is telling me that there are some people in your life who are trying to encourage you and telling you, like, maybe you are hanging around people who are not good. Let me just say this. The people in your life who are telling you to go for your dreams, who are kind of like nagging you and getting on your nerves, those are the people who really want the best for you, and they're giving you good advice. And then you have people in your life who are telling you to ignore those people who are telling you maybe that you should, go back to school, that you should, that you're not doing your best. Like, the person who is nagging you is the person who is really your friend. And the person who is telling you that the person who is nagging you is, you should get him off your back, that person is really your enemy. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it's like sometimes there are people in our life who are encouraging us to be our highest and best self. And we look at that person, or we'll say that this person really doesn't want us the best for us. They don't understand that you need a break, and that all I know is that this card is saying that there are some people in your life who really want the best for you, but they're getting on your nerve because they're kind of pushing you. And the people who are allowing you to squander your time on the planet, these people are really your enemies. They're not, they're the ones who are okay with you not doing all the things you're supposed to be doing, or going for your dreams, or going to school, or starting that business, or starting that YouTube channel. They're the ones who's telling you, oh, you should stay in an abusive relationship, or they're just really not good for you. And the people who are telling you to do what's right, they're really good for you, but they're really getting on your nerve. But these are the people you need to listen to. And then you have Jungle Beauty Goddess Sinai, who is saying to you, live as if the only time you will ever have is now. Your future self is telling you clearly that you are squandering your time on the planet. Like, you're talking a lot about what you're going to do more and talk less. Your future self is saying, look, I can't, in the next life, we might be, something amazing, but I'm not going to be able to help you because you would not have developed that aspect of yourself, of your soul, of your spirit, so that in your next lifetime, you will be hindering yourself from going, for accomplishing all of your dreams and all of your goals. It's almost like, the way I look at it is that when we are, sometimes we can't worry about the future because the future would take care of itself. This is what your future self is telling you. Live as if the only time you will ever have is now. Like, don't worry about the future. Worry about now. Do more and talk less. Like, whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing, I'm not sure what it is, your future self is saying, please get on it. And it's telling you that you really need to listen to the people who are encouraging you to be all that you can be. If you do not utilize the time that you have right now to be your highest and best self, to go for your dreams, then you are hindering your future self for taking you to the next level, for you to learn new lessons, for you to have new life experiences. You won't have the spiritual resources to advance as an infinite being if you don't. You'll just find yourself like in this pattern. You know how sometimes when you don't do well, people fail a certain grade, or you find people who go from one relationship to the next relationship, but it's really the same person because they haven't learned their lessons. So basically, your future self is telling you, live as if the only time you ever have is now. The future, don't worry about your future self. That's what your future self is saying. Worry about now. Do more and talk less. So stop saying what you're going to do and actually get it done. And it's telling you, some friends are really enemies and some enemies are really friends, and that the people in your life right now who are on you about really completing your dreams and goals, these people are the people who really love you, and the people who are allowing you to squander your time and not bring your dreams to fruition, not go after your dreams. These people are really your enemies. I hope this message helps someone. If this message does not make you feel some kind of way, give you goosebumps, then that means that this message was just not for you. However, you may know someone who may benefit from this message, so please do not forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Hello, darling. If you selected the blue butterfly, then this message is for you. Hello, darlings. If you selected the blue butterfly, then this reading is for you. So first I'm going to go over the cards, and then I'm going to give you my collective intuition about this particular hand. So we have Jungle Beauty Goddess Chaubi, and Chaubi says, she says, be brave, don't look back. And Jungle Beauty Goddess Chaubi represents the solar plexus, the third chakra, which is responsible for our self-esteem, our self-worth, our ability to take action and move forward with our life and our plans. And then you have Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari. And Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari says, let's move down. She represents love and the heart chakra. And she says love without expectations. And the last card that I pulled for you is Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara. And Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara says, let's get her in focus here. And her message to you from your future self is, the more you know about the world you live in, the more tools you will have to navigate, explore, and create the life you deserve. Oh my God, I just love this hand. So basically, my collective intuition about this particular hand is that your future self is telling you to please stop being afraid and go for that promotion. Go back to school. Take up a trade. Learn how to do something new. The energy that I am getting from this hand is your future self feels that you are a little bit afraid of being hurt. You are afraid of failure. You have a lot of anxiety about maybe things not working out or life not being perfect. But your future self is telling you, please, we're not going to be able to grow unless you be brave and don't look back. So basically, if there's a job promotion that you are thinking about, go for it. Anything that you are thinking about right now to move your life forward, your future self is begging you to please go for it. And that's what I think is so wonderful about this hand. And then the card here that solidifies what Jungle Beauty Goddess Charlie said, you have Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari, and she says that love without expectations. Oh my God, this card always gives me chills. To love without expectations means you want to love without a fear of being hurt or a fear of being let down, or that things are not going to be perfect. Your future self is telling you, have no expectations about if it's going to last, or if it's going to lead to marriage, or if you're going to get a divorce, or whatever. And this love does not just pertain to a relationship. This pertains to your life. Your future self is clearly telling you, be brave. It says be brave and don't look back, which means that whatever dreams or goals you have right now, you need to go for them 100%. Love without expectations. Basically, that applies to all aspects of your life. It could be your job, it could be a dream, it could be a relationship. But to love without expectations means that I'm going to give whatever task in front of me 100%. I'm going to give it my all. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to worry about if this is going to last for 2 months or 2 years or 5 years. I'm not going to have any expectations, because I am here to learn whatever lessons I need to grow and be all that I can be in this lifetime. And then you have Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara, who comes in really, really strong. And she says, let me get her in focus here. And her message to you from your future self is that the more you know about the world you live in, the more tools you will have to navigate, explore, and create the life you deserve. Now, this card clearly speaks for itself. It's telling you to give your life 100%. So listen, if you are thinking about taking an art class, or singing or dancing, or your future self, which is your soul really, is telling you that you really, really, really need to read as much as you can, take as many classes as you can, gather as much information as you can, so that you can grow and be everything that you want to be in this lifetime. So don't be afraid to take a workshop or a seminar. Don't be afraid to, there are a lot of, I can't think of the name of the program right now, but there are a lot of free classes from some of the top universities online. Goodness, I'm sorry, I can't think of the name of it, but it's a program where they have the top professors who are providing lectures, and you can take the test. Now, even though it may not be a degree, but a degree is not always indicative of somebody learning something. So I'm going to tell you, whoever selected this blue butterfly, that you really need to work on developing your skill set, and that you need to be brave and not look back. If there's a promotion, you need to apply for it. If whatever is going on in your life that is moving you forward, the cards are begging you to please go for it and to love without expectations. Your future self is saying to you, please, please, please do not be afraid. Learn all you can and move forward with your life. I really hope that this reading helps someone. If this reading does not make you feel some kind of way, give you goosebumps, or resonate with your spirit, that means that this particular reading was not for you. However, perhaps you may know someone who would benefit from this reading. So please do not forget to like and share this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Hello, darling. If you selected the sage white butterfly, then this message is for you. Hello, darling. If you selected the gray butterfly with the green trim at the bottom, then this reading is for you. First, I'm going to go over each card, and then I'm going to give you my collective intuition about this particular hand. So we have Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara coming in, and her message to you is, if you think you know everything, you have nothing else to learn. The next card from Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara is, let's see, think more and talk less. So Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara represents our throat chakra and our ability to hear the truth, speak the truth, listen more. And then we have Jungle Beauty Goddess Namib, who represents the soul. And her message to you from your future self is, give your mind time to accept the wisdom of your soul. Forgive yourself. Now this hand is really, really interesting to me, because my collective intuition about this particular hand is that what you think you know is really not true. I know that sounds a little weird, and I don't know what's going on with this, but I'm going to listen to my spirit, and my spirit is saying that you're looking at data, like maybe things that people have told you, and you think that what you see or what you think to be true is true because of all the information. So when we're talking about Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara, we're talking about our throat chakra, and it's about listening, and it's about hearing the truth, recognizing the truth. And sometimes we already have an expectation or an idea in our mind that prevents us from really seeing the truth, because when you think you already know something, there is no room for the truth. So Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara says to think more and talk less. So basically, the energy I'm picking up is that you are telling people what you think you know. Like, I believe blah, 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 because this is what I read, or this is what I saw, or this is what somebody told me. And your spirit is telling you, your future self is telling you, you don't know everything. You don't know everything that there is to know, and that you need to listen more and allow the truth to resonate and settle in your spirit, like come through your spirit. And you know, the thing about the truth that I think is really interesting is that sometimes, you know, the truth doesn't have evidence. You know how sometimes when somebody set up a case and they'll like provide false evidence, and even though this is the evidence that everyone is seeing, so everybody says, oh, this person is guilty, or this is the way it is because this is the evidence that I was able to present. But we have to keep in mind that just because people provide certain information or things seem a certain way, it doesn't mean that that is always the truth. So the other card that you pulled with this particular hand is from Jungle Beauty Goddess Namib, who represents the soul. And it says, give your mind time to accept the wisdom of your soul. Forgive yourself. So basically, I feel that your future self is telling you, you don't owe anybody an explanation. You don't owe the world an explanation for whatever has happened, whatever is going on, that you don't need to know everything. You don't have anything to prove to anybody, because it says you need to just forgive yourself. And for you to evolve and grow as a spirit, as an infinite being, you need to develop confidence in your own truth. You don't need to come up with facts and figures and evidence, and you don't need to quote what this person said to you or that person said to you. You don't need to collect evidence to validate the truth that's inside of your spirit. And whatever is inside of your spirit is telling me that it's true. It's true, and that you need to forgive yourself for whatever has happened, whatever maybe someone have done to you, and maybe because you didn't have enough evidence, you feel like maybe it wasn't valid for you to, maybe tell on a person. I don't know what's going on, or maybe you didn't believe someone. But all I know is that my collective spirit is telling me is that you are trying to validate a truth or something that has happened, and you're trying to prove it to other people, because you're trying to tell people what you know. Like if you think you know everything, you have nothing else to learn. And what this card means to me and this particular spread is that you are so busy looking at external data, you're so busy trying to provide evidence to make everybody else happy, or to prove to everybody else what happened, or that you're telling the truth, that you are ignoring that inside of you, you know the truth. You know the truth. You don't need to find more evidence. You don't need to, you don't need your truth to be validated, by other people. Because your soul knows the truth, and that you need to forgive yourself. So think more and talk less. Stop trying to prove yourself. Stop trying to prove your point. Stop trying to convince people that you are right. You're trying to convince people to see things your way and say, hey, look, this is true because of A, B, C, D, and E. But Jungle Beauty Goddess Chabi comes in strong, and this is a message from your soul, from your future self, is give your mind time to accept the wisdom of your soul. Forgive yourself. Stop talking. Stop trying to prove yourself to people. Stop trying to make people think that you're right. Stop trying to validate your truth. Listen more. Listen more. Sometimes we have the truth and nobody believes us, but it doesn't mean that it's not true. So believe in yourself, believe in your truth. You don't need external evidence. You don't have to look for physical evidence, or other people saying such and such said this, or trying to look for some external data, or looking for outside sources to make you feel that what you're saying is, let me just say this. Do you know, like sometimes a person and they're always quoting like the Bible or the Quran or some type of source, or they're always quoting other people. And they're using this external information to make their message to the word I'm looking for is to, I'm thinking of a word like a credit, like you feel like you are like what you feel has no credibility. That's the word. I'm sorry. You feel that what you know inside of you has no credibility unless you find a stack of evidence from other sources to make it true. So basically people look for, oh, I read it in the newspaper, I read it in the Bible, I read it this, I read it there. If you think you know everything, you have nothing else to learn. You feel that because you have acquired all of this data, that now you have credibility, now you have worth. But basically, so you're telling everybody about all this, well, you know, I read this and such said that. Journey Beauty Goddess Sahara is telling you, think more and talk less. Like, stop telling people that you must be right because of all of these, you know, sources. She says, think more and talk less. Think more, meaning to focus on your internal truth. Like, what is your truth? Think more. Like, stop telling people you want people to believe you. And she's saying to you, they don't need to believe you, because Jungle Beauty Goddess Namid is clearly saying to you, give your mind time to accept the wisdom of your soul. Forgive yourself. So in a nutshell, your future self is telling you to please stop looking to tell other people your future self is telling you to please stop trying to force people to believe your truth. Because you know your truth, and you know your worth, and you know your value, and you know what happened, and that you need to forgive yourself. Give your mind time to accept the wisdom of your soul. Your soul, your future self is saying, look, I got you. We know what happened, and we don't have to go around proving things to this world. So basically, the message is for you to accept your truth, know your truth. And even if nobody else in the world believes it but you don't need a stack of Bibles or religious texts or anybody to validate what you know to be true inside of you. So I really hope that this message helps someone. If this message does not resonate with you, give you goosebumps, or make you feel some kind of way, then that just simply means that this message was not for you. But perhaps if you find value in this message, you may know someone who would benefit from this information. Please do not forget to like and share this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.